Okay, this is paper 2 of 2019, May-June 2019, paper 2, variant 2. It is of 2 hours, 30 minutes, and the total marks for this paper is 100 marks. Calculators are allowed in this paper. So let's see. उसके साथ आप calculator जरूर रख लें. और let's start question number 1. The table shows the cost to visit a zoo. That is, adult cost is $26.00. Child age from 5 to 16 is $15.50, and child under 5 is free. So on 30th April, Mr. and Mrs. Frego and their 3 children aged 12, 8, and 3 visit to zoo. What is the total cost for the family? So Mr. and Mrs. Frego will be considered as adult. So their charge will be $26 plus $26. And the child that is age between 5 to 16. There are 2 childs age between 5 to 16. So their cost, their ticket price is going to be 15.5 plus 15.5. And another child who is under 5, his cost is going to be 0. So I'm going to add all these values. I'm going to get 26 plus 26 plus 15.5 plus 15.5 is 83. So $83 is going to be my answer. In part B, it says in May, the cost for a child is not changed. The cost for the adult is reduced by P% to 22.10. Calculate the P. So the adult cost is changed. It was $26 first. Then in May, it becomes 22.10. So how much percentage it is reduced? What is the decrease in percentage? So I'm going to take the difference, 26.00 minus 22.10. Divide by initial value. What was the initial value? Initial value is 26. Multiply by 100. This will give the change in percentage. 26 minus 22.10 divided by 26 multiplied by 100. You will get 15% here. So the answer is 15%. The value of P is going to be 15 only. Don't write percent over here. So, they are just asking for the value of P. Now, in this question, they are saying in May, the Farrago family visit to the zoo again. Calculate the percentage reduction in the total cost from April to May. Okay. So in May, the cost is going to be 22.10 for Mr. Frego, and Mrs. Frego is also going to be 22.10. Child age is not changed, 15.5. There are 2 childs that are aged between 5 to 16, 15.5, and another child is going to be 0. So the total cost is going to be 22.10 plus 22.10 plus 15.5 plus 15.5. It is going to be 75.2. Right? So the total cost in May is 75.2. So what is the percentage reduction? In April, it was $83. In May, it is $75.20. So change in value, 83 minus 75.20 divided by initial value, multiply by 100, that will give you the percentage over here. So I'm going to write 83 minus 75.20 divided by 83. Whatever the answer is, multiply by 100, you're going to get 9.397. 9.397 and up to 3 significant figure. This is the third significant figure, 9. After 9, we have 7. So I'm going to add 1 in the 9. It becomes 10. So basically, it will carry forward. It will become 9.40%. Now we have part C. In part C, it says the Farrago family arrived at the zoo at 10:50 a.m. They stayed at the zoo until 4:25 p.m. How long in hours and minutes did they spend at the zoo? So this is the time problem. They are arriving at 10:50 and they stayed in the zoo till 4:25. So 10:50, you can just count it on your fingers as well. You can just write 10:50 becomes 11:50, 1 hour, 12:50, 2 hours. Or you can just do the working over here. If it is 10:50, I'm writing AM. 10:50 AM can be written in 24 hours format. It's like this: 10:50, 10:50. But when it comes to 4:25, 4:25 in 24-hour clock will be written as 16:25. 4 PM is basically 16 in 24-hour clock. So 16:25 minutes. So I'm going to subtract these two values. 16:25 minus 50. Now you already know we cannot subtract 20 minutes. We are going to subtract minutes with the minutes and hours with the hours. So we cannot subtract 25 minutes, 50 minutes and form 25 minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry forward 1 hour to the 25 minutes. It becomes 15 and 60 plus 25. It becomes 85. 1 minute, 60 minutes are going to be 60 minutes are going to be carried forward to 25. 25 plus 60 is 85. Then we are going to write 10 and 50 as it is. Now I'm going to subtract these values. 85 minus 50. 85 minus 50 is going to be 35. And 15 minus 10 is going to be 5. So it took 5 hours, 35 minutes. They spend the time in the zoo. All right. Now in part 2 say the zoo holds daily shows about different animals. Giraffe is 10 AM. And rhino is 11:30. Hippo is 12:30 PM. Tiger is 1:45 PM. Lemur is 3 PM. Crocodile is 4:30 PM. Okay. The Ferrego family go to as many shows as they can during their visit. Each show lasts 35 minutes. How many minutes do they spend at these shows? All right. So thing is, they arrive at 10:50. See, this is the part C part 2. So this part is going to be remain same for both parts, part 1 and part 2 as well. So they are arriving at 10:50. When they arrive at 10:50, so they have already missed giraffe show. Because giraffe show is of 35 minutes and start at 10 AM. So 10:35 it's over. And they are arriving at 10:50. So they can catch up the rhino show. They can catch up the rhino show. They can catch up the hippo show as well. Then they can catch up tiger show as well. They can catch up lemur show as well. Can they catch up crocodile show? No, because they are leaving the zoo at 4:25 and crocodile show is starting at 4:30. So this show is of 35 minutes. It's 35 minutes, 35 minutes, 35 minutes. So if we add 35 into 4, 35 into 4, 35 into 4 is going to be 140. So max, how many minutes do they spend at these shows? They can max attend 140 minutes in these shows. So it is going to be 140 minutes. All right. Now in question number 2, what they are saying, see, this is the graph over here. We need to plot few of the points. Some of the points are already plotted here. The x-axis is of temperature in Sydney, which is the values over here. The y-axis is the values in Tokyo, which is the values just over here. So there's a correlation between these two values, temperature in Sydney and temperature in Tokyo. We need to plot these points, which are not, the first 8 points are plotted, have been plotted for you. We have to plot the rest of the 4 points here. So for plotting, we need to understand the scaling. What is the scale of y-axis? So for y-axis, we have a difference of 5 after every 10 boxes. So it becomes 0.5 each tiny small box. For x-axis, we have difference of 5 after every 10 small boxes. So we have 0.5 for each tiny small box. So let's just plot first 1623. 1623 is going to be plot where we have 15 here, 15.5, then 16, 1623. So 1623 is going to be over here. This is 1623. We have to make the cross here, not the circle, not the dot. Okay, so we have 18, 18. 18, 18 is going to be, this was 16, 17, 18. So 18, 18. This is going to be 18, 18. Then we have 2012. Yeah, 2012. 20 is over here, but it's very prominent. 12 is going to be over here. Then we have 21.8. 21.8 is going to be, this is 21, and 8 is going to be here. All right, so we have plotted these points. Now what they are saying, what type of correlation is this? By this scatter diagram, you can already see that if the temperature in Sydney increases, the temperature in Tokyo is decreasing. As we are moving rightward, the temperature in Tokyo is decreasing. So if this is a case, when one quantity is increasing, the other is decreasing, then this is going to be negative correlation. All right. Then they say draw the line of best fit by eye. So this is the line of drop is drawn best fit by eye. This is what I feel. The line that is passing through the middle of which is passing to the mean position or median position of all the points. It is not necessary that it should pass any 2 points. It should intersect any one of the point. It is possible that it should not intersect any of the point. It should not pass any of the point, but it should be in the middle of these points. So this is the most ideal scenario that I can draw this line. Make it like this, a bit like this. Right. Now it says the falling air, the average temperature in the Sydney during May was 15 degrees. By using your line of best fit by eye, estimate the average temperature in Tokyo that May. So when they say estimate the average, estimate, the word is estimate over here. When they say estimate, it means you have to find out the value by this line, because this is the line that is drawn by you. This is not the accurate line. So you must be estimating the value. So against Sydney on May was 15 degrees centigrade. So I'm going to check the value against 15 degree here. And I'm going to check the value here. What is the value of the Tokyo? What is the temperature in Tokyo? So this one is 21. This one is 22. This 21.5 is the value of the Tokyo. So this is going to be 21.5. And this is the estimated value here. Okay. So okay. So we have question number 3. It says represent the inequality. We have this inequality over here, and they are asking to represent the inequality in the line form. Is that okay? So whenever you write the inequality in the line form, you always make sure where the values are. First value is 2 here, and over here is -3. So mark these values, 2 and -3. Since you're going to rate it like this, since x is less than equals to 2. So I'm going to fill up this 2 over here because this is less than equals to. So 2 is included over here. Less than means left side arrow. I said, okay. X is greater than -3. X is greater than -3. Greater than -3 means right side. So I'm going to connect these 2 lines now here. So we have this representation of this inequality in terms of number line. Now we have the inequality in a graphical form, in a line form. What they are saying is find the 3 inequalities which define the region shaded in the diagram. So first we need to find out what are the lines. What are the lines over here? This line over here is x is equal to 4. This is the vertical line. So it is going to be x equals to 4. So I'm just writing down the equation of the line, that is x equal to 4 here, not the inequality. This is the equality over here. Now we have the shading region above the x-axis. What is the equation of the x-axis? The equation of the x-axis is y equal to 0. And we have this line over here, but we don't know the equation of this line. So since we don't know the equation of this line, let's just find out the equation of this line first. Okay. So this point, this line is passing this line over here. I'm just making it with the different color. This line over here, what is the gradient of this line? See, if you start this line from here, although it is a line, it can be started from anywhere. If you start this line from here and move towards here, you can see the rise is upward, that is 2, and run is rightward, that is 4. So rise is 2 and run is 4. Rise is upward, which is obviously going to be positive, and run is 4 over here. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Right side running, it's positive 4. So gradient, it is going to be rise over run, that is 1 by 2. Or you can also do, you can have only any 2 points. Let's say you have this point 4, 2. Let's say you have this point 4, 2, and you have the origin point that is 0, 0 as well. You can write down the gradient y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So you will have the same gradient, that is 1 by 2. Okay, you will have both of the options to find out the gradient. Now, since you have the gradient, you need one point as well. Okay, the point is 0, 0, which is more feasible point to find out the equation. So y equals to mx plus c. I got the gradient 1 by 2 x plus c. So c is the y-intercept. So this line is passing through the y-intercept. When x equal to 0, y is also 0. So y-intercept is the value when x is 0. When x is 0, y is 0 here of this line. So this value of c is also going to be 0. So the equation of this orange line is y equals to half x. Right? This line equation is y equals to half x. Now, since the line, the shaded part is below this line, so I'm going to write y is less than equals to half x. All right. And now they're saying, what you can see, the shaded region is left side of x equal to 4. So you're going to write the inequality x is less than equals to 4. And the shaded region is above the line x-axis, which is y equal to 0. So I'm going to write y is greater than equals to 0 here. So we got three inequalities over here to find, which indicate the shaded region here. Then what we have is now we have solve. This is the solving inequality here. It says minus 12 is less than equals to 4 into m minus 2 less than 10. This is a double inequality here in the question. So let's just break it up. This 4 into m minus 2 is with minus 12 as well, and we can break it up as 4 into m minus 2 is less than 10. All right. So what I can do, I can write minus, this is 4 into m, 4m, 4 into minus 2, minus 8. I'm going to shift minus to 8 on the left hand side, become plus 8. Minus 12 plus 8 is going to be minus 4. This minus 4 divided by 4, 4 cancel. We get m is greater than minus 1. All right. This is going to be m is greater than minus 1. The mouth is open at the m point. 4 multiplied by m is 4m. 4 2s are 8. So we got 10 plus 8. 18. 18 divided by 4 is 9 by 2. 18 divided by it is going to be 4.5. So you got two values of m. M is less than 4.5. So you can write it in a combined form. M is less than 4.5. M is greater than equals to minus 1. Right? So this is going to be your answer for this inequality. M is less than 4.5 and m is greater than minus 1. M is greater than equals to minus 1. Now we have question number 4. It says ACD is a triangle and ADC is 110. EB is parallel to DC and AE is equals to EB. All right, this is an isosceles triangle here. These two sides are equal. Find x giving reason for each step in your working. Okay, you need to find out the value of x and give the reason of each of the values. Okay. Okay, let's say I'm saying AEB is also 110. I'm saying this angle AEB is 110. So they are asking me why. So I'm first going to write AEB is 110. Why? Because these are corresponding angles. Now the thing is, if this is 110, let's say these two angles, whatever they are going to be, but they are going to be equal. Let's say these are y angles. So let's say if I want to find out ABE angle ABE, the angle at B, which is y. So it is going to be 180 minus 110 divided by 2. So 180 minus 110 is 70. 70 divided by 2 is 35. So it is going to be, the reason over here is going to be isosceles triangle. Right? The reason over here is going to be isosceles triangle. Now, since we got this y over here, this is these y over here, these are 35. We can find out this value of x now. Angle in a line. X is going to be 180 minus 35, which is equals to 145. And you're going to give the reason angle in a line. Okay. Given that EB is 12, they're telling us that this EB value is 12. DC is 20. DC is 20. Find ED. They're asking you find out the value of ED. Okay. See, if this is 12, then you must know this thing that AE is equals to EB. So this is also going to be 12. And let's say we need to find out this ED over here, which we don't know. But there is one more thing that we should know by ourselves. Whenever a triangle is cut by any line that is parallel to its any line, it means that this triangle AEB and ADC are going to be similar triangles. Again, I'm repeating it. If the triangle is cut by any of its line parallel to it, see, इस line के parallel एक line cut कर रही है इस triangle को. That means this triangle and this whole triangle is going to be similar here. It's similar to ADC. Now thing is, if these two triangles are similar, it means their side ratios are going to be equal. Let's say we have AE over AD and EB over DC. These two sides ratios are going to be equal. We know the value of EB, which is given in the question, 12. DC is given, which is 20. AE is known, this is 12. And AD value, what is the value of AD? AD is basically equals to 12 plus ED. 12 plus ED. So 12 plus ED over here, the value of ED. So I'm going to simplify it further. I'm going to get 4 3s are, 4 5s are 20. Now we have 3 1s are, 3 4s are 12. 4 multiplied by 5. 1 multiplied by 12 into ED, 12 plus ED, 12 plus ED over here. 4 5 are 20. 20 minus 12 is going to be 8. So we got the value of ED, which is 8 centimeter here. Centimeter is already written in the question. Now we have part B. This is the question related to polygon. Polygon, sum of interior angle of the polygon. What is the sum of interior angle of the polygon formula? It says they have this polygon over here, which have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, 5 angles, pentagon. Find the value of A. So we got the hint over here. Let's just find out the sum of interior angle of the polygon, that is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. So there are five sides, so 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180. Sum of the interior angle of the polygon, it's going to be 3 into 180. It is going to be 540. Now sum of the interior angle of the polygon is going to be A plus 3A plus 130 plus 80 plus 110 is equal to 540. So A plus A is 3A is 4A. 540 minus 130. All right, let's just first add it. 130 plus 80 plus 110. You got 320 here. You're going to subtract 540 on the right hand side. So it becomes 220. 220 divided by 4, it is the value of A is going to be 55 here. All right. So we got the value of A, which is 55 here. Now, in part C, it says PQR and S are the vertices of the regular polygon. Okay, this is a regular polygon, and they have already only shown the 3 sides of it. Okay, M is the midpoint of PR. So remember this: these 2 lines are equal for a obvious reason, because this is a regular polygon. M is the midpoint. So this is basically making a right angle, making an isosceles triangle. And at this point, if this is the midpoint, then this is obviously going to be 90 degree here. This is the property of the isosceles triangle. If the line starting from the Q point intersecting at the midpoint of PR, if it is at the midpoint of the PR, then it is going to make the 90 degree angle here. Okay, I don't know if it has a relationship further as well, but for now, I'm just letting you know. Now they are saying PQ is 14 and QM is 7 over here. I said, okay, how many sides has the polygon show you working? Okay, they are asking for how many sides over here of the polygon. So for the polygon, we need to know the number of sides. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find out this angle first. Since we know this is 90 degree by the property, let's just break this triangle. Let's just find out this angle over here. Angle PQM. Angle PQM. So we know the adjacent over here 7. We know the hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse is going to be cos angle PQM. Adjacent over hypotenuse, that is 14. Now I'm going to take the cos inverse. Angle PQM remains same. I'm going to take the cos inverse of 7 by 14, which is 1 by 2 basically. 7 to the 7, 7 to the 14. So I'm going to have cos inverse 1 by 2. So I'm going to have 60 degree here. So this PQM is 60 degree here. This over here, let me tell you, this over here is 60. So this is also here is going to be 60. So now you can see of this regular polygon, this angle is 120 here. So this angle is also going to be 120. This is the interior angle of the polygon. So each interior angle of the polygon, angle formula H interior angle formula is n minus 2 multiplied by 180 divided by n. So what is the each interior angle? This is 120. I don't know value though of n multiplied by 180. So let's just multiply 180 with the n. You got 180 n. 180 into 2. We got 360 here. Now just cross multiply the 120 n, 180 n minus 360. So you're gonna get 360 on the left hand side becomes positive 360. 180 n minus 120 n. You got 60 n. All right. So 0, 0 cancel, 6 1 6 0 36. The value of n is 6. N represents the number of sides. So we got the value of n, which is 6 here. Okay. Now we have question number 5. Express as a single fraction in simplest form. In question number 1, this is an algebraic question. We need to take the LCM first. What is the LCM of 4b and 6b? So what is the LCM of 4 and 6 over here? The LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. B is common, so I'm going to write B as it is. No B square, just B. You can ask yourself what to multiply with 4b to get 12b. So it is going to be 3 over here. So I'm going to multiply the numerator with the 3. It becomes 9a. What to multiply with 6b so it becomes 12b. So it is going to be 2. So I'm going to multiply the numerator with 2. So it becomes 2a. 9 minus 2a is 9a minus 2a is going to be 7a. 7a upon 12b is going to be your final answer. This is the single fraction 7a upon 12b here. Then it says in part 2, b square minus 9 upon 6 multiplied by b 2 upon b minus 3. What I first did is b square minus 9. So I just convert this 9 into 3 square, right? So I just convert this b minus 3, b plus 3 upon 6 into 2 upon b minus 3. So what I'm doing here is b minus 3 cancel. Okay. This 2 ones are 2 3 are 6 cancel. The only thing left over in the numerator is b plus 3 and the denominator is 3 over here. You cannot cancel 3 with the 3. Okay. Remember this 3 and 3 is cannot be cancelled. Why? Because there's a plus sign between them. Now it says solve the equation. Okay, let's solve the equation. Solve means to find out the value of an unknown variable. So it is 3x is equals to 1 minus 5x minus 5 into x minus 5x minus 5 into 4 minus 20. 3x plus 5x. I just shifted minus 5x on the left hand side, becomes plus 5x. 1 minus 20 is minus 19. So it is going to be 8x is equals to minus 19. X value is minus 19 upon 8. So I got the answer minus 19 upon 8. Okay, so this is my final answer for x. In part C, it says a rectangle. Now this is the equation in which we have to form the equation by ourselves. And most probably when you have these kind of equations, you must be facing the equations like quadratic equations here. So they're asking you to form an equation in y and solve it to find a dimension of the rectangle card. Show all your working. Okay, let's see what we are going to face over here. We have this, a rectangular card has dimension 2y by 3, 2y by y plus 3. Then a square of side y centimeters cut from the rectangle. Since it is a square, so every side is y, 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 and then y. The card remaining shown in the shaded region in the diagram has an area of 55 centimeters square. The area of the shaded region is 55 centimeters square. This area. Said okay. Okay, let me just find out the area of shaded region by myself. What I'm going to do, I'm going to find out area of shaded region as. You write it the full thing, the full form, area of the shaded region. The area of the rectangle minus area of the square, right? Area of the rectangle is equals to 2y length into breadth into y plus 3. Area of the square is going to be y into y or y square. So now we are going to have 2y into y, 2y square, 2y into 3, 6y minus y square. So I'm going to have 2y square minus y square. It is going to be y square plus 6y. And what is the area of the shaded region? This is the area of the shaded region. But what they have given in the question, it is 55. So I'm going to equate this area of the shaded region with the 55. Now I'm going to have y square plus 6y minus 55 equal to 0. Now you got the quadratic equation in terms of y. You have formed the equation in terms of y. Now you're going to solve it. Solve it means you're going to find out the value of y here. Okay. Now you can use the quadratic formula. You can use the middle term breaking here as well. For me, I can easily see if I can write 11y minus 5y. The equation is break into 11y minus 5y. The middle term plus 6y is broken into 11y minus 5y. So I got y common. It becomes y plus 11. I got minus 5 common. It becomes y plus 11. So the two brackets are going to be y plus 11 into y minus 5 and eventually you got the value of y, which is minus 11 and 5. Since you got the y values, y cannot be negative. Why? Because this y is the length. So it cannot be negative. So we can only take the value of y as 5 minus 5. But right now they're asking for both of these values. See, they're asking for both of these values. So I'm just writing both of these values, minus 11 and 5. Okay. If they ask us to find out the area, so we can find out the area of anything, but we will take the value of y equal to 5 then. But since they're not asking for any area because they have already calculated the area of 55, so this is the case. Now we have a question that is related to loci. Okay, so they are asking you, the diagram shows the position of two boards A and B drawn to a scale of 1:m. The actual distance between the two boards is 4 kilometers. A and B are two boards. The actual distance over here is 4 kilometers. Find M, giving your answer correct to one second figure. Okay, so since we have to give the answer drawn to a scale of 1:m, so we have to find out the value in this paper as well. What is the length? What is the distance between these two lengths, which is 1 point, it is 4.8 over here. But since this paper is not exactly the size of the CAIE paper, that's why the length are not going to be the same. Right now, what I feel, the value over here is showing 4.8, but it must be 5 over here. It must be 5 over here. So you need to check out the length value. Okay, it must be some other value. Right now it shows, see, right now it shows 4.8, but it must be 5 because the paper size of my paper size is A4 size paper. It is not exactly the same as the CAIE size. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write over here that 4 centimeter. I'm just writing over here that 4 centimeter in map. Sorry, it was 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter in map is equals to 4 kilometer. Right? So since we have to make a ratio, we have to make the scaling over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this 4 kilometer into centimeter. So if you remove the kilo sign, you have 3 zeros. If you convert meter into centimeter, you have 2 more zeros. Right? Now 5 centimeter ratio 400,000 centimeters. So both of the units are same. I'm going to take the ratio, centimeter, centimeter cancel. I need to have 1 on the left hand side. The map value should be 1 over here. This over here should be 1. So I'm going to divide both equation, both sides by 5. When I divide by 5, it becomes left hand side 1. It becomes 5 ones are 5 8s are 40. You got 8 over here. Then how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 zeros here. So you got 4 0 here. The value of M, 1 is to 80,000. So value of M is going to be 80,000. So always remember, this is the map value. That is what is you have measured from the paper. This is the value of the actual value, the actual distance between the two boards. So this one over here refers to the map value. So I just convert this 5 centimeter into 1. This 4 kilometer is also converted into centimeter because the unit should be same before taking the ratio. So I just make sure that the unit should be same, and then I divide the whole value by 5. I got 1 is to 80,000. I got the value of M, which is 80,000 here. Now it says measure the bearing of A from B. So we need to make a knot at the B, which is already drawn over here. So clockwise angle from the north, we need to measure the value. Measure means you need to use a D over here. So this is the clockwise angle. This over here becomes 180. Clockwise becomes 180. Then we have to move more over here. So what we can do, just find out this angle here. Just find out this angle and then subtract it by 360. Or what you can do, you already calculated 180. Just put the triangle D over here and then move clockwise. See, 0 till you are moving towards here. This 0 will be counted because you're already continuing the value. You're not going to count for the value from here. So you're continuing the value. You're going to 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230. And how many values are there? 235. Then we have two boxes, two values. So it is basically 180 plus 57. 180 plus 57 is going to be what value? See, 180 plus 57. The value is going to be 237. So this over here is 237. This over here, this value. This is what we have measured. 237. Okay. Now we have a third board is positioned at C. I don't know where is C. So they are telling us C is on a bearing of 120 from the bearing from A, bearing of 120 from A, and a bearing of 195 from B. Find label C on the diagram. So we have to measure the angle 120-degree bearing from A. So from A, we should have 120 degrees. So from A, this is from A. We have a knot already drawn. We have to draw the clockwise angle. So this is the clockwise angle from the. Okay, this is the clockwise angle 120, 120. All right, this is 120. This is 120 here, right? So let me just draw this line here. Let me just draw this line of this angle. Then I'm going to show this. I'm telling you again, this one was 180 degree. So this hole is 180 degree. And then I have to move 195. So I have to move 15 degree more. So I just place the D right like this. See, now I'm moving. See, now I'm moving 15 degree from here. 0, 10, and then we have 15. So this is total is of 195. This total is of 195. Now I'm going to just draw this line and extend this. Let me just do this first. See, I got this point over here. That is the point intersection. This is the position of the C that we have to label here. Okay. Find by measurement the actual distance in kilometer from A to C. They're asking for the actual distance from A to C. So what I can do, we can have a length over here is 3.4 centimeter. See, you can check. You have a length of 3.4 from A to C. It is 3.3, not 3.4. So we have the length over here, 3.3 centimeter, 3.3 centimeter. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to find out the actual distance from A to C. See, we already know this. For 5 centimeter, we got 4 kilometer. Right? For 3.3 centimeter of the map, how many kilometer do we need? So I'm just going to cross multiply these values. 4 multiplied by 3.3. I'm going to have 4 multiplied by 3.3 divided by 5. I'm going to have 2.64. Now this is the length, and I'm pretty much sure that this is not going to match the answer with the marking scheme because the length are not same. The length are differing over here. That's why I got 2.64 here. Might be the answer marking scheme would be different here. So I got 2.64 kilometer from A to C. So they're asking us AB is 4 kilometer, AH is 6 kilometer, and ABS is 70. Calculate AHB angle. They are asking for this angle, AHB. So you can use a sine rule here. See, sine AHB divided by opposite side, which is 4. Sine 70 divided by opposite side, which is 6. So I'm going to have sine AHB 4 into sine 70 divided by 6. So you got 4 into sine 70 divided by 6. So we got 0.6264 646, and then you're going to calculate the angle here, sine inverse of the value 0.62646. You got the answer. AHB is going to be 38.79, and at the end you convert into one decimal place, so you got 38.8 over here. Okay, so we got the value. AHB is 38.79, and rounding off to it becomes one decimal place. It is 38.8. You need to round off the value of angle to one decimal place. Then we have the boat A travels in a straight line to the harbor at H. The average speed of the boat is p kilometer per hour. It takes 12 minutes 20 seconds to the boat for the boat to travel from A to H. Okay. Calculate the value of p. Okay, so it's basically asking for the speed over here. The speed over here is equals to distance over time. So speed is p kilometer per hour. Distance is 6 from A to H is 6. So I'm just writing 6 over here, and then we know the timing, that is 12 minutes 20 seconds. So the time is not in the hour form. Okay, it is not in the hour form. So we have to convert 12 minutes and 20 seconds into hour. Because 6 over here, distance is in kilometer, and we need to find out the p value in kilometer per hour. So you divide minutes by 60, you got into hours, you got 20, you divide 20 by 20 seconds by 3600, it is converted into hours here. Then we are going to add these two values. So 12 divided by 60, just put in the calculator, 12 divided by 60 plus 20 divided by 3600. So it is basically 37 by 180 hours. So I'm writing down the value in the fraction so that I get the answer, accurate answer. So this is going to be 37 by 180 hours. The time is 37 by 180 hours. So at the end, when you convert 60 into 180, you just take the reciprocal, 60 into 180 divided by 37. So you get the answer 29.18. So since it is a value of the speed, you're going to convert this into a three-sigma figure. So it is 29.2 is the value of p here. See, so you got the speed 29.2 kilometer per hour, and they have the speed is p kilometer per hour. So I'm going to have the value 29.2 here. Okay, now we have question number 7 here. It is of graph of function. In this question, they are saying complete the table first. We have to write the value of x as 8 here because the value of x equals to 8 is not given. So I just put up the value 1 plus 2 upon 8 is the value of y. Instead of x, we have written 8 over here. So got 1 plus 2 upon 8. We got 1.25. Right? We got the value of 8. Draw the graph y equals to 1 plus 2 upon x from 0.5 to 8. See, we need to have a good understanding of the labeling on x, y axis. Each tiny small box equals to the difference is 1. And we have 10 boxes with the difference of 1. So each tiny small box equals to 0.1, and on x axis, the difference is of 1. Again, divided by 10, you got 0.1. 10 boxes of difference of 1. So again 0.5, we have 5 here. Again 0.5, we have 5. 0.5 is over here. So this is 5 is here. So this is the value. 1 पे 3 है, 2 पे 2 है, we get 3 पे 1.67, 3 पे 1.67. So 3 पे 1.6. This is 1.7. 1.67 is going to be then in the middle of this, somewhere just right above the middle. Right. So we got 4 पे 1.5. We got 4 and 1.5. 1.5 is very clear. Then we have 5, 1.4, 5, 1.4. 1.4 is going to be here. 6 पे 1.33. 6 पे we have 1.33. So I got 1.3 here, 1.4 here, 1.3 somewhere over here. Then we have 8 पे 7 पे 1.29. 1.29. This is 1.2, 1.3, 1.29 is going to be somewhere around here. ठीक है, and then we have 8 पे 1.25. 8 पे 1.25. 1.25 is going to be right here. I'm going to make a graph of this. So I'm not going to get a tidy graph with this one. See, you can just join from dot to dot. I'm just getting a straight line here. Let us yes. Okay, so we got this nice and tidy graph here. A bit turn over here, but वो अभी मेरा सॉफ्टवेयर है तो I cannot help it out. यार हम इसको थोड़ा सा कर ही देते हैं, अगर हम इसको कर सकते हैं या ये बेहतर लग रहा है. ठीक है ना? So we got this graph. Now they are saying the line crosses the graph y equals to 1 plus 2 upon x, add x equal to 2 and x equal to 5. Find the equation of this line L. X equal to 2 and x equal to 5. X is equals to 2. X equals to 5. The line is passing through these two points of intersection. So we're going to make a line. Let's just make a line. They're not asking us to make a line. Okay, they're not asking us to make a line. I'm just making a line just to let you know that we need to find out the equation of this line. Okay, so since we need to find out the equation of the line, we should know the gradient of this line and the point passing through it. So we know the point is 2, 2. This point over here is 5, what was the point? 5, 1.4. So with these 2 points, I can find out the gradient of this line, y2 minus 7, 1.4 minus 2 divided by 5 minus 2. So this is minus 0.2 here. So I got the gradient of the graph of the line. I'm going to find out the equation of the line, y equals to mx plus c. Okay, minus 0.2 basically was 1 minus 1 by 5. So I just write minus 1 by 5, the value of c. Let's just find out the value of c. Just put the value of any point, that is 2, 2. So I just put minus 1 by minus 2 over here instead of x and y. I just put 2 and 2 value, 2, 2. So 2 minus 2 equals to minus 1 by 2, minus 2 by 5 plus c, got the 2 plus 2 by 5. 2 plus 2 by 5 is the value of c. I got the value of c, which is 2.4 or 12 by 5. You can say also write 12 by 5. So we can find out the equation of the line, that is y is equals to 12 by 5. Now got the equation minus x plus 12 upon 5. The LCM is same 5. 5y equals to minus x plus 12. Or you can also write x plus 5y equals to 12. Right? So you can write down the equation of the line, x plus 5y is equals to 12 here, the equation of the line. Okay, you can show the working here. Then we have a line with the gradient minus 1 by 3 crosses the graph of y equals to 1 plus 2 upon x when x is equals to 1 and x equals to k. By drawing a suitable line on the grid, find the value of k. Okay, I'm just removing this line here now because we don't need to draw this line here. Now they're saying there's a line that passes through the x equal to 1 from the graph and x equal to k from the graph and has a gradient minus 1 by 3. Okay, let's just talk about this line. X equal to 1 is over here. It means the line is passing through. It means the line is passing through this point, x equal to 1. And there is one more value of x. I don't know at which point the line is passing. This is the x value here. Which means line is passing through 1, 3. And there is one more point from the graph, which I don't know. But I know the gradient of the line is minus 1 by 3. I know the gradient of the line, which is minus 1 by 3. Okay, so what we can do, this is the point 1, 3. This is the point 1, 3. So I said, let's just find out this equation. Y is equals to mx minus 1 by 3 into x plus c. And this, we know the value. We know the value of x and y, 1, 3. So we can put the value of x1, y value 3 to find out the value of c as well. But what they are saying, don't find out the equation. By drawing suitable line on your grid, find k. They're asking you to find k with the help of a suitable line that you need to draw. I can find out the value of c here, and then I can put the value of x equal to k here to find out the value of y. So thing is with equation we cannot do this question. Okay, we cannot do this question because we don't know the value of c first. First we need to find out the c, then we go for k, and for k we need to find out the x is equals to k, but we don't know value of y now here. So what I'm going to do, we have this point here, we have the gradient minus 1 by 3. What does minus 1 by 3 says? It says fall minus 1 and run positive 3. Right? It says fall minus 1 and run positive 3. What does it mean? If you are falling from 3 to 2. This is -1. And run 3 step, right side. 1, 2, 3. So this is the other point of the line. Fall 1 step and move right side 3 step. Fall 1 step, -1, right side 3 step, 3. So let's just plot this point and let's just draw this line. Let me just draw this line over here. We have this line here. See, we got the equation of the line. We got the line over here. Now, this line is intersecting at x equal to 1, and there is one more point at which the line is intersecting the curve. That point is x equal to 6 over here. That point is x equal to 6 here. This is the point over here. So with the help of the graph, I got the line, I got the value of k, which is 6 here. Now in question number 8, it says it is a statistic question. It says the mass in the gram of each 75 oranges is measured. The result are summarized in the table. One of these oranges is chosen random. Find the probability that it has a mass greater than 200 grams. We have to find the probability. How many oranges are there? 75. So out of 75, we have to find the probability. Mass greater than 200. Greater than 200 mass is 18 plus 5. There are 18 and plus 5. 18 plus 5 means 23 oranges that have the mass greater than 200. So it is 23 by 75 is the answer. 23 by 75 is going to be your final answer. Calculate the estimate mean mass. Okay, you have to calculate the mean mass. For mean mass, you need to have the formula is sum of fx divided by sum of f. So what is the f value? This is the f value. What is the x value? The midpoint of 160 and 70. So 160 plus 170 divided by 2, it is going to be 165. 170 plus 180 divided by 2, it is going to be 175. 180 plus 180 divided by 2, it is going to be 185. 190 plus 200 divided by 2, it is 195. 200 plus 210 divided by 2, it is going to be 205. And then 210 plus 220, it is going to be 215. These are the x values. Now find fx. 4 into 165. 4 into 165. It is 660. 10 into 175, it is 1750. 15 into 185, it is going to be 2775. You can use calculator for this. 195 into 23, 4485. And 205 into 18, I got 3690. And then 215 into 5, I got 1075. What is the sum of fx? See, sum of f is 70 here, 75 here. This is sum of fx. 660 plus 1750 plus 2775 plus 4485 plus 3690 plus 1075. You got 14435. This is sum of fx. So sum of fx is 14435 divided by 75. It is 192.46 up to 3 in figure. It is going to be 192. Okay. So on the grid on the next page, draw the cumulative frequency diagram for the mass of the origins. Okay, we have to draw the cumulative frequency diagrams. For cumulative frequency, we need to have the points. Let's just move this fx value over here. Okay. For cumulative frequency, you need to draw the cumulative frequency table. The first value of the frequency is going to be copied in the cumulative frequency part. The second value of the cumulative frequency is going to be the sum of the first cumulative value of the cumulative frequency and the second value of the frequency. 10 plus 4 is 14. The third cumulative frequency value is going to be the third frequency plus second cumulative frequency. 14 plus 15 is going to be 29. The fourth cumulative frequency value is going to be fourth frequency plus third cumulative frequency. 29 plus 23, 52. The fifth cumulative frequency is going to be fifth frequency plus fourth cumulative frequency, 52 plus 18. You're going to have the answer 70. Then the sixth cumulative frequency is going to be 6th frequency plus 5th cumulative frequency. 70 plus 5 is 75. See, this value and this value should be same. The total sum of frequency and the cumulative frequency last part is going to be same. So what point should I get? Upper class limit 170 is the x value, right? And the y value is going to be cumulative frequency value, that is 4. Upper class limit is 180 and the y value is 14. Upper class limit is 190 and the y value is going to be 29 here. Upper class limit is 200 and the y value is going to be 52. Upper class limit is 210 and the y value is going to be 70 here. Upper class limit is going to be 220 and the y value is 75. So you need to plot these points, all of these points here now. I'm just copying down all of these points in the next page so that I can easily plot this point. Okay, so we need to understand the graph. The difference is of 10 and there are 10 boxes. So one tiny small box equals to 1 unit. Difference of 10 and there are 10 boxes. The difference, one tiny small is equals to 1 unit. So you got 170 and 4. So I'm going to plot 170 and 4 is going to be 174 is going to be here. Okay, so 180 and 14. 180 is over here and 14 is going to be here. One 190 and 29, 190 and 29. 252 is going to be here. Two 210, 70, the 220 and 75, 220 and 75 is going to be here. I'm going to plot this cumulative frequency curve. Process disturbed. This is a bit better graph. Right, so this is the cumulative frequency graph here. Now, they're asking for the median over here. What is the median? The total frequency was 75. 75 divided by 2 is going to give you the position. So you got 37.5. So what is 37.5? 37.5 is going to be here. This is 35. This is 37. 37.5 is just right above it. In the middle of it, you got so we got this value of x, that is 193.5. 193.5 is going to be the median mass, 193.5. Okay. So this is the estimated answer. Now we have on oranges with a mass of more than t grams are labeled at class A. 20% of the oranges are labeled at class A. Use a graph to find T. Okay. So see, we need to focus on this question first. What they're asking: orange with mass more than T grams are labeled as class A. 20% of the oranges are labeled as class A. So more than T grams. See, if I write more than 170 gram, let's say T value is 170. So this is not 20%. This is not 20%. So what I did, I got the 80% value of 80% of 75. There are 75 oranges, right? So I got 80% of 75, 80% of 75 is 60. So again 60, we have this value. So these are the 20% values. Below this is 80%. Below this is 80% value. These are the 20% oranges which have the mass greater than 60, which has the mass greater than, let me just find out the mass over here. The mass will be, this is going to be 204. So above 204 grams, these are labeled as class A. These are class A oranges. So I'm writing 204. The value of 2 is going to be, T is going to be 204. Oranges with the mass of 178 grams or less are used to make orange juice. Use a graph to estimate for the number of these oranges that are used to make orange juice. So 178 grams, where is 178? Let's just find out 178. 178 is going to be here. So the frequency is over here is cumulative frequency over here is 11. So there are 11 oranges that has a mass less than 178 over here. So 11 of these masses, 11 of these oranges are used to make the orange juice, right? 11 minus 0 is 11. So 11 is the answer over here. Now we have question number 9. It is related to mensuration. The diagram shows that a triangular prism AC is 15, BC is 14, and angle AC is 27. Calculate the angle of AB. So this is a non-right angle triangle. We need to find out the opposite side AB. So in order to find out the opposite side AB, AB square is equals to 15 square plus 14 square minus 2 times 15 into 14 cos 27. So I got 46.77. I'm going to take the square root of this value. I got AB value is 6.83. So AB value of 2 3-cent figure is 6.84. The length of the prism is P centimeter and the volume of the prism is 1000 centimeter cube. Calculate the value of P. You already know this. This length of the prism is P, right? So what is the volume of the prism? Volume is cross-section area into length. Cross-section area into length. So volume is 1000 centimeter cube. Cross-section area, the area of this triangle. What is the area of this triangle? The area of cross-section area. Half product of two sides 14 into 15 sine 27. Length is P over here. Now I'm going to solve this. 1000 multiplied by 2 divided by 14 into 15 into sine 27. You get the value of P. So 1000 multiplied by 2 divided by 14 into 15 into sine 27. You get the value 20.9, 20.97, and up to 3 cent figure, the value is going to be 21.0, right? So this is the third cent figure. If I add 1 on it, because after 9 we have 7, so I'm going to add 1 in the 9. So got 10. The 10 is carried forward. It becomes 21.0. You should write 0.0 as well. Okay, so we have the prism. The prism is to be packed in a carton. The carton is cuboid size of 15 by p by h centimeter. Calculate the smallest size of the value of h. Okay. So this prism is basically packed in the cuboid. It is of size 15, the same as the length of this prism. The cuboid length is same as the length of the prism here. Then we have p centimeter. This length over here is p. Cuboid length is also p. We can easily fit the prism in the box in the cuboid. But what is the height of this prism so that we can easily fit the prism in the cuboid? We don't know the height. So they are asking for the smallest possible value of h so that we can fix this prism into the cuboid. So let's see what is the height of this prism. What is the height of this prism? This is the height of the prism. The perpendicular distance from B to AC line. So if we want to calculate the height of this prism, we have this right angle triangle here. This whole value is 15. So we cannot conclude this value here. We need this value here. And we got BC here, which is 14. So we got the hypotenuse. So we don't need any other value. What I did, I just got this triangle here now. We have 14 value here. We have 27. We have 90 degree here. So I'm finding out this height. So we had opposite sine 27 opposite over hypotenuse. So height is going to be 40 into sine 27. Value of h. 40 into sine 27. We got the value 6.355. $6.355 is the minimum value that you can have the height 6.36. It was 6.355. So I got the value in facing figure 6.36. This should be the minimum value of the cuboid. It should be the minimum height of the cuboid to pack this prism in the cuboid. This is the height of the prism as well, and it should be the height of the carton as well. Now in question number 10, it says find g minus 2f. What is the value of g? G is 1 minus 5. 2 times f, the vector f is 4 minus 3. I'm going to solve it 1 minus 5. First, I'm going to multiply this 2 with 4. 2 4 is 8. 2 3 is 6. 1 minus 8 is minus 7. And minus 5 minus 6. So it is going to be plus 6. Minus 5 plus 6 is going to be 1. So minus 7, 1 is going to be the final answer. Petra says f modulus is greater than g modulus. Show that Petra is wrong. Let's just find out the f modulus. F modulus is horizontal component square, 4 square. Vertical component minus 3 square. It is going to be 4 square is 16. 16 plus 9. It is going to be 25. 25 square root is 5. What is g? Horizontal component square, that is 1 square and minus 5 square. So it is going to be under root 1 plus 25. It is going to be under root 26. In f modulus, it is under root 25. G modulus is under root 26. So you can see f modulus. I've deliberately written this 5 as under root 5. Why? Root 25. Why? Because I can compare these two values accurately now. I know under root 25 is less than under 26. So f modulus is less than under root g, modulus of g. So Petra is wrong. Okay. or you can use the calculator to find out the value in decimal as well. 125 is 5, 126 is 5 point something. So you can easily get the answer. Now we have this part B here. In part B, what does it say? It says OA and B are the points. OA is small a vector, OB is small b vector. They are saying P is a point on OA such that OP is 1/3 of OA. Okay. So basically, OP is 1/3 of OA. So OP is 1/3 of A. This OP is 1/3 of A. This full OA vector is small a. OP is 1/3 of A. So what is PA going to be? Let us ask ourselves, although they're not asking right now. What is PA? PA is going to be 2/3 of A. If that is 1/3 of A, then this is going to be 2/3 of A. Right? Then they're asking OQR lie on a straight line. Okay, OQR lie on a straight line. Q is the midpoint of PB. Q is the midpoint of PB. PB ka midpoint Q hai. Find PB in terms of A and B. Find PB. They're asking for the value of PB here. They're asking for this PB vector. So this PB vector is basically, you can use the additional vector rule. You're going to go P to O. You're going to go P to O and then O to B. P to O is -1/3 of A, since you're going towards negative direction, and O to B is +B. This is the answer, right? PB is P to O, then O to B. Then it says find OQ in terms of A and B. Give you answer in the simplest form. OQ. What is OQ? OQ is over here, right? So thing is, since you want to find out the OQ vector here, so OQ vector can be find out with the help of O to P, P to Q. So what is the value of P to Q? PQ is basically half of PB vector because Q is the midpoint of PB. So you can write OQ vector as OP, that is 1/3 of A, then PB, then PQ. PQ is half of PB. This is PB, half of PB. Let's just write it like this: -1/3 of A plus B divided by 2. Now you know this. With the calculation, you already know this. That this will become, if you divide -1/3 with A, this will become -1/6, 3 to the 6, and this will become B/2. Now this plus minus become minus (1/6) of A plus B/2. So you can subtract these two values. 1/3 of A minus 1/6. You can use the calculator as well, or you can use the LCM. The LCM is going to be 6. 2A minus A plus B/2. So 2A minus A is A/6 plus B/2. So you got the OQ vector A/6 plus 1/2 plus B/2. Right? So you got this vector now here. They're saying OQR is 2 times OQ, show that AR is parallel to PB. QR is 2 times OQ. This QR is 2 times OQ. So if they're saying QR is 2 times OQ. So what is the ratio of QR and OQ? I just divide this OQ on the left hand side. I got QR over OQ 2 upon 1. So QR ratio is 2 and this ratio is 1. Okay, 2:1 is the ratio. Now what they're asking, show that AR is parallel to PB. AR is parallel to PB. Now we know the value of PB. We just want to know the value of AR here. How do we calculate the value of AR? See, AR value can be calculated with the help of AO plus OR. Now, what is OR? Is there any value known in this OR vector? Do we know the QR vector? Do we know the OQ vector? We can see, since these lines are collinear, these 3 points are collinear, we can have the relationship of OR. How do you get the relationship of OR? See, OR ratio is going to be 3. And OQ, that the value that we know, ratio is 1 here. So basically, OR is 3 times OQ. So what is the OR vector? Let's just calculate this OR vector now. OR is 3 times OQ. So I got the OR vector 3 times OQ. What is OQ vector? OQ vector is A by 6 from the previous part plus B by 2. Now if I multiply these values, I got the OR vector, that is 3A by 2 plus 3 by 2 into B. Now this is OR vector. We need to find out the AR vector. For AR vector, what is AR vector? AR vector over here is going to be A till O and then O till R. So A till O is minus A, O till A is A till O is minus A, then OR plus OR. Minus A plus A by 2 plus 3 upon 2 into B. Minus A by 2 plus A by 2 is A by 2 plus 3 upon 2 into B. You got the AR vector here. Sir, but we need to show that these two lines are parallel. So what two lines? AR and PB. Do we know the value of PB? Yes, we know the value of PB. This is the value of PB. Minus 1 by 3 of A plus B. Plus B. Okay. So in order to show that these two vectors are parallel, in order to show that these two vectors are parallel, AR and PB vector, these two vectors are parallel, we need to show that they are basically scalar multiple of each other. They are basically scalar multiple of each other. So let's just focus AR now. I took the common here, which is 1 by 2. So you might find it very feasible now. So I got 1 by 2 common, I got A plus 3B here. Okay. This was minus A by 2. Minus A plus A by 2 is minus A by 2. So this one is minus A. I got the AR copied and I got the minus 1 by 2. I got 1 by 2 common here. I got 1 by 2 common here. But now it will look a bit different that I'm taking 3 common as well. Sir, there is no 3 with the A. There is no multiple of 3 as well with the A. But still I'm taking 3 common. It becomes 3 by 2. I'm taking this 3 common. When you don't see any multiple of 3 with the A or 3 with the A, you can divide it by 3. See? You took the 3 common. There was no 3 over here. I divided 3 by A by 3 as well. So what happened when you multiply this 3 by 2 with this vector, with this value, you get the same answer. You get the minus A by 2 plus CB by 2. So why you took the 3 common? See, now if I write 3 by 2, this vector minus A by 3 plus B is what vector? This is the vector PB vector. See, this is the PB vector. So write AR vector is 3 by 2 of PB vector. So AR vector is 3 by 2 of PB vector. This is the statement that shows that AR and PB are parallel to each other. AR is parallel to PB, it is shown. This is a statement that we need to show. Okay, so now we are on the last part. It says, what is g of 2? We have the gx function. G of 2 is going to basically you are going to put the x So you x value 2, you're just going to cancel 2 ones are 2 to the 4. 7 by 2 minus 1. 7 by 2 minus 1, it is going to be 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is the answer. What is G inverse? See, this is y equals to 7x by 4, the value of G. I just copied the value of G. I just wrote y in terms of gx. Now I replace this x with y and y with x. See, now I'm going to make y the subject. After swapping, it becomes x plus 1 equals to 7 y by 4. I'm going to multiply this 4 with the x plus 1 and divide it by 7 as well. So I got y value here. The y value here is going to represent the G inverse. That is 4 into x plus 1 upon 7. This is G inverse. It is depend on you if you multiply this 4 with the x plus 1. It totally depends on you. Just simplify it, okay? 4x plus 4 upon 7. This is going to be your answer. Then it says in part C, the f of t is 6. Find a value of t. F of t is 6. What is my f of t? My f of t is 3 into t minus 2. So this f of t is 6. So I've just compared these two values. F of t is 6, 3, my f of t and their f of t are going to be equate. I'm going to 3 ones are 3, 3 to the 6. I'm going to simplify this value. And final, we got the answer 2 is equal to t minus 2. And the value of t is going to be 4 here. The value of t is going to be 4 here. All right. Now what we have is the part D. The last part, it says f of 7x minus 7x upon 4 minus 1 is equal to px plus q. All right. So what they are basically doing, they are basically an fx function. What is fx function? 3 into x minus 2. Instead of x, they are placing the value of x as 7x by 4, which is obviously the value of gx as well, which we can see. So this is the value of x here. See, 7x by 4 minus 1, and we have minus 2 here. Now you can see this is the value of x. This value of x and this is the value of x. I've put it over here. So f of 7x upon 4 minus 1 is going to be 3 into 7x upon 4 minus 3. So I've got this value f of 7x upon 4 minus 1. The value is 3 into 7x by 4. It is going to be 21x, 3 7 21, and 4 remains same. The 3 is not going to multiply with the 4. It is just going to multiply with the numerator. And 3 is a 9. So if we compare it with px plus q, what is their answer is px plus q. So if we compare with px plus q, you're going to get the value of p as 21 by 4 and the value of q as minus 9. Right? This is the comparison. You just compare it with px plus q. The coefficient of x is p, the coefficient of x is 21 by 4, the constant term is minus 9, the constant term is q. You got the value of q as minus 9. Okay. So this was the last question from the paper.